In this video, we will be looking at the Haylou GT1 Pro wireless earbud. This is ranked as the best-selling wireless earbuds in Shopee Singapore for just under $20. Now, it has sold over 2,200 pairs and it has a 4.8 star rating. It's claimed to have dual mode, 26 hours of total battery life. It has game mode, it supports SBC and AAC, and it's claimed to be ultra lightweight. Now, but are they actually really that good? Can they actually give out a decent performance? Well, stay tuned. We're going to find out all the answers right now. Hi everyone, this is Johnny. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I'm actually going to be looking at the review of the Haylou GT1 Pro wireless earbud, which I actually bought about 3 weeks ago from Shopee Singapore for less than $16. Well, around $16. In fact, I've actually been using these earbuds for close to about a week. I'll be doing a very in-depth review of whether, this wireless earbud, is it worth it for you over other brands? And of course, I'll be starting off by talking about its general build, including my initial unboxing and my first impression about these wireless earbuds. So if those of you who actually missed out my initial unboxing video and my initial impression of the Haylou GT1 Pro wireless earbud, I've actually included a link below, so feel free to actually click on it to check it out. So first up, let's dive into the overall quality first. Now, the Haylou GT1 Pro, in fact, the box itself is really very nice. It gives me a very premium feel, when I was pulling out the tray, it gives me a very classy touch, It's like when I pull the whole box and there it is, the earbud is inside. Alright, and when I take it out, the overall feeling, it's very premium. Alright, so now the material of the earbud, it's actually solid plastic. The build is really very good. It feels very sturdy in my hand when I was holding it. Alright, and I like the finishing. It's actually matte throughout, which is very different from other budget wireless earbuds, in this category of under $20, because most of them that I've unboxed so far, it's either very thin plastic, it feels very cheap, very flimsy, or the top cover is actually shiny, and it scratches very easily. But for this one, okay, it's matte throughout. Okay, the top cover, the bottom is actually matte, and of course in terms of the logo, I actually like how they do it. The finishing is actually lasered. Okay, it's lasered on the top cover. So even if, let's say, you just take a glance at this wireless earbuds, you won't really actually notice the logo actually. So it's very clean, very minimalist, very simple. I like it actually. Now, one good thing I like about what Haylou has done is that, like I mentioned earlier, the design actually continues. All right, so now the matte design continues into the earbud, right? It's matte throughout, right? The front, the back, all right, and even down to the ear tip, it's actually all matte. Okay, but there's one thing to take note about the ear tip. I feel that the overall quality and the aesthetics and feel is not being continued down to the ear tip. Now, what do I mean by that is that the ear tip itself, when I was touching it, with my fingers and squeezing it, I feel that it's not as thick. I mean in terms of volume. The quality of it feels inferior compared to other earbuds, budget earbuds, which I've actually reviewed. All right, I think about 2 of them, which is in the same category. All right, in the similar category. Right, I feel that the quality is not there. It feels cheap. It feels thin. I feel that this might be a consideration for some of you, whereby you are intending to wear this earbud for long hours. All right, you might not feel very comfortable because the ear tip is very thin. All right, and now The weight of the earbud, the seller in Shopee actually claims it to be ultra light, but I feel that it's not really ultra light. It's still kind of heavy, considering its size. All right, it's actually rather heavy. Okay, considering that, why do I say that is that, you know, it only charges on USB-C, not USB-C. It actually charges on micro USB, and it actually doesn't have wireless charging. And on top of that, the case itself, the battery life isn't very big. It's only about 800 ampere if I'm not wrong. Yeah. In terms of the fit, the ear tip actually goes around midway into your ear canal. So I've wear it for a long time. I don't really get much ear fatigue. All right, usually I wear it to office, listening to music, and then when I'm in office, I'll actually use it for like Zoom call, Skype call. It's perfectly fine, and then I'll just pop it back in to actually charge. Now, this is something which is good. I feel that which is meant for people who like to wear wireless earbuds for exercise. Now, the Haylou GT1 Pro actually is IPX5. All right, IPX5 water resistant, which means that you can actually wear it for jogging, okay, or even for workout and all this kind of stuff. I actually wear it, for jogging, which is perfectly fine. Okay, I think even you wear it for some CrossFit should be perfectly fine because it's actually IPX5, so you can actually take a bit of water, okay, and it won't go wrong. Now, in terms of touch control, the outer curve part of the earbud is where all the touch control are. So it's like 1 touch, pause and play, 2 touch, next track, and 3 touch probably to activate the Siri. There's one thing to take note is that it doesn't have its own dedicated app. Okay, that means for people who are looking forward to have a dedicated app, I'm so sorry, this one doesn't have any app. Besides that, you can't really adjust the volume, so it doesn't have a built-in volume which can adjust. You need to adjust from your mobile phone, all right, or from your computer. The earbud itself, now, although the seller in Shopee claims that the Haylou earbud, this one, actually has some DNCs, has some dynamic noise cancellation, but I feel that that's not really the case. It does have some passive noise cancellation, but it doesn't have like what they claim to have, some dynamic noise cancellation. So that's something to take note. All right, it might be a deal breaker if you are considering to have some form of active or dynamic noise cancellation. All right, so next I'll move on is actually in terms of the battery life. It's pretty decent. I would say the earbud lasts about, I think, anywhere about 3.5 to 4 hours per usage. And this is actually pretty surprising because it lasts about 4 hours or 3.5 hours on music, on Zoom calls, on Skype calls, which is quite okay because some of the earbuds which I test in a similar category, they don't really last that long on like Skype call or Zoom call. They last only about 2 hours, but for this one it lasts about 3.5 to 4 hours, quite similar with music. All right, but it's when it comes to phone calls that's where the battery life gets drained very fast. It lasts only about 1.5 hours. Yeah, okay, so that's something to take note. Okay, for some of you who actually intend to actually get this wireless earbud for phone calls, all right, do take note of the battery life. Okay, so let's move on to the next category, which is actually the charging case. All right, now the charging case itself, it fits what the seller claims. All right, on Shopee it claims that it can take up to about 5 to 6 charges. Yes, when I was testing it, when I was using it as my daily, it was actually able to charge my earbuds up to about 6 times, sometimes 5, sometimes 6. Yeah, all right, depending on what's my usage for that particular day, but generally, yeah, it's close. It's at what they claim, about 5 to 6 times. Okay, and of course, charging up the earbud, when you put it inside a earpiece, inside the charging case, takes about 1 hour, 30 minutes to 1 hour, all right, depending on what's the battery level in your earbuds. And charging the charging case, all right, recharging it back to full, it takes about 3.5 hours, 4 hours. Of course, you can just plug it in overnight and then just use it on the very next day. And the thing is, I only charge it every 3 to 4 days, which is quite good. 3 to 4 days is actually very good. Now, next I'll go into connectivity. In terms of initial pairing, when you first got the wireless earbud, you take it out. I'm actually very surprised. You can actually connect the earbuds independently. That means whether you take out the left earbud first or you take out the right earbuds first, it connects instantly, which is very good. All right. And because you're able to actually connect the earbuds independently, this also means that you are able to freely choose which earbuds you want to use. So you can just pick up the left earbud and then it connects, you can start using it, or you can just use the right one and then you start using it. So it's according to what they claim, dual mode. So you're able to use each earbuds independently, which is pretty nice. One thing I'd like to take note is in terms of the stability of the connection. I'm not too sure if this is only for my particular set, because when I was listening to music, the intermittent issue was really bad. It's like for example, I'm just listening to one song for which is about 3 minutes. Every 20 to 30 seconds, I had one disconnection. I have one disruption. Then after that, it keeps happening. And then after that, it goes away for a while, it comes back again, and then it's very frequent. It's very disturbing, when you're just trying to enjoy your music and then there's such a bad intermittent connection. But of course, I'm not too sure if this is mine, exclusive to mine, or maybe mine is actually a faulty set. So, some of you here, some of you viewers, if you actually do own a pair of Haylou GT1 Pro, do let me know in the comments below what's your experience thus far. Do you actually experience what I had in terms of the connection? Whether do you get intermittent? All right, do let me know in the comments below. It probably, it'd be good to let other viewers know whether, could it be just mine, or it could be, for a lot of other people's as well. Thanks. Next, I'd like to move on to music quality. Now, in terms of the audio level, it's not really very high. Even at max volume, I don't feel it's really very loud. Not as loud as compared to about I think 2 or 3 other earbuds which I've reviewed. The audio level is okay. Even at maximum level, it's still alright. And the thing is that I've actually disabled all the volume normalization feature in my phone, including in my Spotify and all this kind of stuff. I switch it off. It doesn't really get very loud. The audio quality, whenever I listen to any music genre, it's so average, alright? Nothing much to shout out about. So for music, I'll move on to call quality and audio quality when it comes to games. Alright, I will talk about call quality first. And again, I'm not too sure if this is an issue with my own set, because when I was looking through Shopee's review, from a lot of the users, they actually do not experience poor call quality. So again, if any of you viewers out there, you actually own a pair of Haylou GT1 Pro wireless earbuds, do comment in the, do leave your comments in the comment section below. I'll just like to know whether is my particular set actually faulty. Right, thanks again. Now, that is actually the call quality. But of course, when I was using it for game, it's actually pretty good. There were many instances like, I was able to hear the very fine details, like the very fine footsteps and this kind of stuff, which are very far away. And this is actually very important, especially if you're someone who's playing an esports, like CS:GO, you're playing, Fortnite, you're playing Apex Legend, you're playing PUBG Mobile, and all these kind of minor audio details is so important to you, because it makes a difference. All right, so yeah, I would say it's above average so far. All right, in terms of audio quality when it comes to games, not so for phone calls. In conclusion, I'll start by talking about the pros and cons first. All right, so the good thing about this wireless earbud is that the build quality is really very good. The way they present the product is very good. It's above my expectation actually. Build quality is good, touch control, all right. But the downside is the audio quality, all right. The music quality is average. There's no dedicated EQ. There's no built-in app, and worse is that the connection is really bad. All right, especially for music, and that is, I would say, is a big no-no for me, because I buy wireless earbuds is really to, it's mainly to enjoy music. But if I can't even, do its basic feature, it doesn't matter for me, personally. It doesn't matter, if it has good audio quality for games, it has, good call quality, for like Zoom calls and Skype call. It doesn't really matter because its basic function is poor. All right, but of course I'm not too sure for some of you out there, because maybe you're looking for a decent pair of wireless earbuds for your work at home. Right, you want something that is more free, whereby you just put on a wireless earbuds and it's able to give you a decent quality when it comes to Zoom call, Microsoft Team, or even Skype call. If that is what you're looking at, then of course, Haylou GT1 Pro, it's a good choice. But and for everything else, I won't really recommend this. Okay, but of course, at the end of the day, the choice is up to you. All right, whether is this worthwhile for you or not. So thanks for watching this review of the Haylou GT1 Pro wireless earbuds. I hope that my review has been able to actually help you to decide whether this is actually worth it or not. And of course, don't forget to smash the like button. All right, and of course, if you like my video, you like my content, you like what I'm doing so far, please subscribe to my channel so that I can always notify you on my next upcoming video. So besides that, I've been using the Haylou GT1 Pro for the past 1 week. If you have any questions about the earbuds, feel free to leave your comments below, and I'll try to see how I can actually help you to overcome some of the issues which you face. And besides that, that's all the time we have today, and on to the next video. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.